Proverbs 23:7. As he thinks within himself, so he is. As within, so without. You can create any reality you desire. You have all heard of the saying, as within, so without. The truth is, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. But in practical terms, how do you apply this principle to work in your life? The law as within, so without is the same as the law of cause and effect. All laws are impersonal. You can use it for anything you can think about in your experience. You can use it for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Every possible state already exists. The state of poverty, lack, the state of prosperity and abundance, the state of good health and illness, the state of joy and sadness. Every state you can think about is in existence right now. Where you live most of the time, in your consciousness, that is the state that is showing up for you as your experience, as your reality. In other words, whatever you think about or imagine about most, that is what is showing up within you. That is what is showing up in your world, I should say. You have created your physical reality from within. The bottom line is, whatever you predominantly think about or imagine with feeling, that is what you're experiencing right now and will continue to do so unless you change it. Romans 12:2, and be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Let me repeat it. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. How powerful is that when you apply this to your life? The law of as within, so without cannot be changed or broken, and always reproduces in your outer world the exact duplication of any belief you consent to be true. If you want to change your world, you must change your beliefs. And how you think is one of the ways of doing it. Since consciousness brings about the things in your world, and the things that you're conscious about is what you're experiencing right now, happy conditions, unhappy conditions, whatever it is that you're thinking about most of the time, that is what you're experiencing in your life right now, because that's what your consciousness is out picturing. So whatever is appearing in the world now is what you have been thinking about most, what you have been imagining about most. So to change all this, you have to change your consciousness, because a man reaps what he sows. As within, so without. So keep telling yourself these awesome stories about how wonderful your life is, and it's going to show up. Keep telling yourself about all the horrible things that's happening in the world, and it will show up for you. I mean, we've heard stories, sad stories of people losing their homes, their cars, their jobs, depressing stories. So it's easy when you hear these stories from without that you think the world is useless and hopeless and gloom and storm, because we keep listening to all those words outside of us, the news, our family, our friends, our co-workers, and everything where we turn seems to be bad news. But we can change that by transforming our minds, by going within us where the power of God resides. The kingdom of God is within us, and we can create our world from that kingdom, allowing our inside to dictate our outside world. As a man thinketh, so he is. So let's start by creating joy and happiness and peace and just anything that we want to do. Because think about it. Why sometimes some people are thriving in any kind of situation, any kind economic condition? It's because they're creating the worlds within us. But if we look at the world, and a lot of it right now too is all gloom and doom, we start conforming to that, and then before we know it, we living that reality. But we do have a choice. We do have the alternative to change our lives from the power of our mind, the power within us, renewing our minds. We have the choice to focus on the positives or the negatives, to live our lives from what other people say, negative or positively, and be directed that way, or we have the power of choice. Where is your focus most of the time? Think about that. The creative power within each and every one of us accepts as truth what our conscious mind impresses upon it, and it takes that power to create whatever it is that we're projecting from within out. If you keep saying, for example, that I'm feeling horrible, Look at my life. Look what's showing up. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have plenty. I don't have enough. Well, it's going to show up. So let's change it to a life of plenty, a life of lots of wonderful things happening to us. Isn't it wonderful? You cannot allow negative emotions to fill your minds without the suffering and consequences that go with that state of mind. Emotions are very powerful. The fear of loss brings loss into our world. The fear of unhappiness brings unhappiness into our lives. Whatever we fear the most, that's what comes onto us. Let me quote you Job 3:25. What I fear has come upon me. What I have dreaded has happened to me. Let's repeat it. What I fear has come upon me. What have I dreaded is happening in my world. A person who is unloving or suspicious and feels that others take advantage of them, they draw like people onto them. People who are loving and only wish the best for other people, they draw like people onto them. It's simple, right? It's like attracts like. It's simple as that. Your feelings of joy and happiness will create those loving feelings of joy and happiness in your world. It will bring you riches and happiness and peace because you're thinking predominantly from that space of happiness, joy, peace, and this and that. So anything you focus on focuses on you. Anything you put your energy on is going to attract itself to you because like attracts like. As within, so without. As a man thinketh within him, so he's producing without. Well, this is Shanita. My books are sold on Amazon, and I will see you on the beaches of